Here's a look at our finals, and for more on that, let's toss it back down to Andrea.
So much, Jordan. Congrats to everybody for making it this far. Your finalists. And a big thank you to all of the participants so far who didn't make it out of the underground. Let's give one little round of applause for them as well. They deserve it. So this is going to be exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I've been looking forward to this game all night long. Let's see what they're going to be playing first.
The finals, Game 1. Super Mario Maker. Ever since the final stage of the Nintendo World Championships 2015, Super Mario Maker has continued to wow players with incredible courses made by Nintendo fans the world over. Now, our brave competitors must speed through a new course designed by the Nintendo Treehouse. The race is on. May the fastest speedrunner win.
Super Mario Maker. We are joined by Eric and Morgan from Treehouse, the two gentlemen that helped concoct such a devilish level that we will get a chance to see. But let's talk about the rules in this three-player first game of our championship final. I mean, 3 players, very exciting stuff, and this is the first of a few games that we'll see in the championship round. First player to finish the course earns a spot in the championship game. Now, here's what's very important. The 2 remaining players are not eliminated. Oh, no. They will face off in yet another game for that final, and I mean final, championship spot to go head-to-head with our winner here. So we talk about Super Mario Maker. And you guys are very creative. You're very good with the way that you design these levels. So let's start with you here, Morgan, because it looks like you guys split the duty up on this level. What was your philosophy when crafting a level that was going to be played at this high level of competition?
I just got to say, I'm having deja vu right now. Eric Smith and I made a level for we made the levels for the 2015 World Championship, and we were on stage when John Numbers won it all. John Numbers is back in the finals, about to play a Mario Maker level. I mean, come on.
Very exciting stuff. And Eric, obviously, when you design a level, you've got to think about a lot of different things to test these players.
Absolutely. And this level, you know, it's not necessarily hard to get through. It's just hard to get through quickly. So we made it so players aren't necessarily going to be dying or falling in like pits a lot. But here we go. We'll check it out.
Let's get the party started here. Super Mario Maker. The winner advances to the championship final game. Meanwhile, the 2 that don't, they'll have to face off in one more game to punch their ticket in the championship. And Morgan, early on, we're seeing the use of a lot of these pink things.
Yeah, those are the bumpers. We tried to use things that are like hard to get past quickly, but won't necessarily make you restart because we've got 3 players playing at the same time. You kind of want everyone to stay close together for that dramatic finish.
Cole G with the early lead right now, trying to time that jump on the box. And yes, Cole G and John Numbers over the first obstacle. John Numbers, Cole G bouncing off springs left and right. And now we have these key coins. How do these come into play here, Morgan?
So the key coins weren't actually in the release version of Mario Maker. It was in one of the updates. And to open a key door, we can see right there, you need a key. So you got to get all the coins to get that key.
John Numbers on the top right. He's your leader, making it his way through the key door at this point. However, Smitty running into some bumper issues.
Yeah, as Morgan said, those bumpers are going to slow you down a lot, but they are not going to set you back too far. You just have to get through them.
John Numbers and Mario going ahead on the treadmill, but no, we're entering into a pipe, and now it's a matter of navigating this territory right here, Eric.
Yeah, so John Numbers made it to the underground here, and he just blazed that part. You saw he had the duck jump, and now he's coming up here. Wow, first time he's just jumping and getting everything right.
John Numbers having no issue with that part right now. Now you see the arrow. What's the hint for John Numbers? Oh, change the duck jump through the ice.
Unbelievable.
Skating through it like an Olympic ice skater. Oh, John Numbers, though, falling down, having to determine the order of operations here.
So we tested this level on tons of Treehouse members, and no one hit that jump in their first time. But John Numbers somehow did it.
John Numbers getting to the second platform as well, too. There comes the confetti, and yes,
and
you got to understand what genre of Mario you're playing, and that saves you some time there, Eric.
Right, so that section, those yellow blocks, if you do a spin jump as big as Super Mario, you can actually break through them and get down way quicker than you would be able to otherwise.
Numbers trying to line up some fireballs and ignite that huge Bomb at that point that's going to go ahead and potentially clear the path ahead. Meanwhile, Thomas G is still trying to figure things out, but Cole G hot on the heels of John Numbers. Let's see if, oh, John Numbers getting bumped off that spring, trying to climb that vine. Let's see if Cole G can make up some ground right here. John Numbers being patient, getting through another checkpoint, trying to read the situation, understand what he's got to do next. Oh, flawlessly executed right there, John Numbers. Just a masterpiece. Now, what's up next here? Trying to make sense of everything. John Numbers trying to navigate. You see the falling donut platforms right there. John Numbers, hits a spike. It's not a complete walk in the park here.
That's true.
You've got some issues, Eric, and now John Numbers trying to figure out what to do next here. Oh, we see the jump. Another one landing on the paratrooper. John Numbers in the warp pipe, showing some love to the crowd. He's got Yoshi right here. No, whoa, what's that? Got to figure things out. Gets the P block. John Numbers jumping up, and Numbers just plowing through your level.
Wow.
That's why he's the champ, folks. John Numbers winning the Super Mario Maker race. He moves on to the finals. Our two remaining players will now square off in a special championship sub-round, and that'll be a very interesting game indeed. But you look at Numbers, what do you make about John Numbers, Morgan and Eric, kind of just working through your level that you spent all those hours on?
I know, so Mario games, a lot of times it's all about, you see something, you have to do it, and maybe the first time you don't know what to do and you do it wrong. Or you see what you need to do and you do it wrong. John Numbers, a lot of those moments, he saw what he had to do and he did it right the first time. If you can do that in a Mario game on a blind run, you're going to beat most players.
I think the fact that John Numbers was able to look and notice that he had to duck jump through the two ice blocks, that's where he really separated himself. For the most part, it only took one more try in the other parts, but then also the part with the cannonballs that we saw midway through the castle. He paused for a moment to assess it and was able to respond, and that just goes to show you that this is someone that has hours of experience with Mario.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of players will make those blind jumps instead of kind of doing some recon and then coming back and taking the most efficient route. And John Numbers consistently did that. I'm kind of shocked that he did it.
I'm pretty blown away.
So John Numbers, by winning the Super Mario Maker race, automatically advances to the championship finals game 3. However, in order to find out who he's facing, there is one championship game still remaining. And for more on that, let's toss it down to Andrea.
Thank you so much, Jordan. John Numbers going to the championship. Do you guys think he's going to win it? Maybe. These guys hope he doesn't. They want to win it. And they are going to play something I don't think anybody in the audience or watching at home is going to see coming. It's a crazy game, you guys. I think you're going to love it. Let's find out what it is.
Finals, Game 2. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Originally released on Game Boy Color, this remake of Super Mario Bros. Contains something that the original does not. A two-player versus game. It's red against green, brother against brother in this platforming showdown for the ages. Whether they reach a flagpole or simply outlast their opponent, the first competitor to win 5 courses will face the top player in the final game. May the dominant Mario brother win.
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, Mario versus Luigi. Get your popcorn ready for this one, folks. This is going to be very, very exciting. Let's take a look at our rules for this one as we pit brother against brother. First player to reach the flagpole wins the level. It's Mario versus Luigi. However, if you lose a life during the level, doesn't matter how far ahead you are, you still lose the level. The first player to win 5 levels will advance to take on John Numbers in the championship finals, our third game. And we saw during that video, we saw those blocks. How do those blocks come into play here, Smitty?
So those blocks, when you hit it, it actually opens up a path for you and shuts down your opponent's path. So they're going to be constantly toggling them to kind of block their opponent, and it's going to probably get kind of crazy.
It's going to get crazy.
It's going to be exciting. You guys are going to love this one. And to get the action started, here's Andrea.
Jordan, I don't think these guys are going to be friends after this. We were watching this backstage earlier before the players ever came on, and it got hairy. So I'm excited. Okay, players, fingers ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, Mario versus Luigi mode. You see the timer go down as both players have that screen so they can't see what's happening on their screen. Thomas G controlling Luigi, Cole G on your left controlling Mario, and there you see those blocks impeding the progress here, Smitty.
Yeah, it's hilarious when someone jumps expecting to make it through, and at the last second they just get blocked by that wall. I love it.
And it's really about toggling these blocks here and understanding where they might appear later here as well too, Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, I'm guessing they have never played this mode before. I didn't even know this thing existed until this. I love this mode. They're playing on separate screens, but in a shared game space. It's so cool.
Now you see some of those platforms. Is that a blind jump? Luigi, Thomas G in the lead on the right, but here comes Mario, hot on Luigi's tails. Oh no, Luigi hits a bit of a blockade. Mario now faces it. Luigi trying to race to that flagpole, trying to hit those blocks. Can Mario do anything to slow Luigi down? No, Luigi, the first one to the flagpole, receiving the adoration of Princess Peach. Let's get set for our second level here with these players. Fantastic action. Thomas G controlling Luigi on your right. He's got 1 victory. Cole G on your left with Mario. He has 0 at this point. First one to 5 is victorious. And Smitty, it's all about being able to time when you hit those blocks. And Luigi squeaking to the top of this level, trying to take a lead. Meanwhile, Mario trying to catch up to Luigi. Luigi trying to hit that block. Happy faces are good things. Tongue out, you want to avoid, but here comes Mario from up above, taking the lead, but Mario getting his path wide open by Luigi hitting that block. It's smooth sailing for Mario at this point. Little Mario getting through that crevice at this point. Luigi getting stuck by some blocks. Looks like Mario's got to navigate this section, and Mario, Cole G, able to step up and come back and get the victory. And what we saw there, Smitty, is you do want to pay attention to the blocks, but at a certain point, you just have to go.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple different strategies you can employ in that regard. You can basically rush straight for the flagpole, or you can, like, kind of read the map and see exactly where you need to block your opponent.
Now, Morgan, I see a countdown on these blocks. What does that mean?
Yeah, so it's counting down, and you can see, if we can see it right there,
but no! Cole G losing a life, which means Thomas G as Luigi gets the victory 2-1. Thomas G over Cole as we get set for our 4th level. And now here we go, Smitty. Starting off as Fire Mario. And no! Thomas G falls with the disappearing platform, and we're notched up at 2-2 apiece now. We know that we're guaranteed at least a game 7, which is going to be terrific.
Yeah, and I think you're noticing that sometimes they're hitting the block and accidentally trolling themselves. You really have to learn when you need to hit it and when it's going to work against you.
And that's an interesting strategy. Now, this is an interesting part here. Who's going to get that mushroom? Mario's got the mushroom. Luigi can't push his way through, but Mario paves a trail for Luigi, and Luigi stuck behind. Mario on your left-hand screen, controlled by Cole G. Both players notched up at 2 matches each, trying to make his way. And you almost have to have, as I like to say, courageously careful here, Smitty.
Yeah, you really do. As the level numbers get higher, you're going to start seeing things that can take you out, like pits if you fall into them. And then more difficult puzzles, like you saw there, only the player who was super was able to break those bricks.
Here comes Cole G in the lead on your left-hand screen, but Luigi not too far behind right now, trying to catch up to Cole G. No! Hold on! Thomas G is going to lose that. Both players hit the Piranha Plant, but Mario, controlled by Cole G, able to take a hit because he has the firepower.
Right.
Did you get all that? 3-2 advantage for Cole G. 2 more matches, he'll be victorious. Thomas G not out of this at all. We still have a couple more. Now we advance to 2-2. A little bit of swimming. Everyone loves water levels. We see our first example of spikes here, Smitty.
It's going to start getting difficult because instead of the blocks being just a barrier to block your progress, they're actually going to turn to spikes that are going to poke you. So.
And Morgan, you can identify what blocks are going to turn into spikes. So you try to avoid those at all costs, no matter what.
Yeah, I think you just want to stay away. You can see right there, they're like a little green box with a dot, and then turns into a spike.
Oh, Mario hitting a spike. He only has 1 more hit left, or else he'll automatically lose. Luigi's in the lead right now. Mario has to be a little bit more careful. Luigi on the right is Thomas G. He can push it a little bit more. He's trailing 1 game 3-2. First one to 5 will join John Numbers in the championship match. Luigi still outpacing Mario, but no! Mario being smaller and lighter, able to catch up to Luigi, and Mario on the left regains the lead. Cole G trying to get that 4th critical victory, but then Luigi drops down. It's a mad swim to the finish.
This one feels crazy.
Luigi and Thomas G able to stave off Mario. Morgan, I love this. This is what a great game mode.
And you can see in between the games, like when we've shown the results screen, the game keeps track of all this for you. This mode is amazing.
3-3, and it's the first one to 5 wins. So what's going to happen here? Thomas G is Luigi. Now you've got to be careful because you have to jump on those spikes at this point.
They're starting to learn. You got to take a second.
Luigi jumping atop the moving number.
It's
there.
Mario's chance.
Mario's waiting. Luigi being patient. Mario trying to jump the gap. Oh, yes. Luigi on your right-hand side. Both of them alternating the blocks. Who's going to be the first one to go? Mario says, I'll go ahead and take it. I got to catch up to you anyway.
Luigi was going to lay a trap there, it looks like.
It's 3-3. Both players can take a hit at this point, but
that
there are
damage boost could
plenty
be
of
huge.
spikes. This is tricky. Oh! Mario falling on the spikes. He can take a hit, though. Luigi with the slight lead. Mario now moves out to the front. Mario slightly lead.
Smart.
I don't know if
Mario grabs a mushroom to try and catch up. Luigi moving over the spikes. Luigi, Thomas G looking for that fourth victory. Luigi hits a spike. Can't take any more hits at this point.
Gotta use
Gonna wait.
Mario, meanwhile, he can control Luigi. Oh!
Brutal.
Mario on the left. He was trailing Thomas, controlling Luigi. Changes the block into a spike as
So
Luigi's
close.
landing. Now, we go to our final 8th level. If Cole wins this, Cole moves to the championship game 3 against John Numbers. If we do have a tie, guess what, folks? We do have a tiebreaker in store, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's see if they're ready to begin. Level 2-4, Cole G, just one victory away from heading to the championship game. And this is going to be very precarious right now. Cole G trying to get one more win. So if you're Luigi, you have to be a little aggressive. And you also notice you can dislodge the other player with those fireballs. You can throw, Luigi. Oh, Luigi's got no more hits left. Mario, meanwhile, can still take a hit. Luigi trying to move along. This is one of those tougher levels. Mario trying to read these number blocks that will automatically change themselves. And what's the strategy here, Morgan? If you're Mario, you can take a hit and you need one more win to secure your
you
spot.
gotta save that. Use it to damage boost. Maybe take a lead. Once you start feeling the level might be over, take a damage.
Oh, Mario falls, which means we have a 4-4 tie after 8 matches.
Wow.
And that's something that might happen in this mode when you have an even number of games. So what they will do is they're going to go ahead and spin back another level, and it just becomes a sudden death. First person to win the next level will go ahead and be victorious. Looks like our judges are going to select World 1-1. And as we know with 1-1, not a lot of hazards in this one at all. Whoever can hit the blocks. So does you have some familiarity with this one?
Yeah, and I think
Morgan, what do you do?
Hopefully by this time they understand white block is a happy one. You don't need to worry about it. If it's red, you got to stop and hit it. And I saw them messing that up a lot, so they need to put it all together on this round.
World 1-1. Our winner will advance to the championship game against John Numbers. Will it be Thomas G as Luigi on your right-hand side or Cole G as Mario? Who's going to bust their way through right now as they play Super Mario Brothers Deluxe on Game Boy Color? Mario in Luigi mode. Right now, Thomas G with the slight lead, but Mario moves ahead. Mario trying to move ahead. He's got the advantage right now on Thomas G as Luigi. Luigi trying to find their way. They're both just forging their way through this, hitting bricks back and forth, and Luigi's got the lead at this point. That's critical.
Looked like Thomas G there was anticipating when Cole was going to hit the block and hitting it like early.
It's difficult when you can see where the other opponent is on your screen, but it looks like, oh no, Mario hitting a blockade. Luigi getting stuck down below there, jumping up above.
That could be critical.
Luigi's making his way to the goal. It could be Thomas G punching his ticket in the championship match. One more hurdle to clear for Thomas G. And Thomas G! He was down 4-3, is able to win the 8th level, and then comes ahead on top in World 1-1. Who would have thought, Morgan, that we would have gone to 9 levels of Super Mario Brothers Deluxe?
I can't believe it. I don't know, Thomas G, maybe there was an advantage playing that Mario part in the underground.
Very impressive stuff by Thomas G. And Smitty, what a fun game mode. But as we said, these entire championships, they test every single skill you might have as a player. And you see it on display there. It is just unrelenting, the competition we see.
Absolutely. I want that game. I want it so bad.
Well, as we have found out, 2 players that were fighting for 1 spot, only one could be victorious. For more, here's Andrea.
All right. Come on up here. Cole, come on. Come here. we're not going to just send you home without giving you a little something. So we've got a bronze medal here for you. Yeah, come on, stand up for this guy.